We've all heard the test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test of the emergency broadcasting system. If this had been a real test, blah blah blah. It's telling that it's a system and not a service. And when do we get the real emergency alert? We've already been through the worldwide killer pandemic, political turmoil, and now the economic collapse. It's funny that in all this we never heard the emergency alert. That makes sense though, because in a real emergency, the system isn't going to save us. And that's a real disservice. Welcome to Bridging Awareness. I'm Stanley Smith at Illinois Bridging Awareness. We've been on alert for quite a while now. We've learned that being awake is it's not the same as being aware. And being aware is not the same as taking action. When we're aware and take action, we bridge the gap between the dark and the light. God alone is the truth. Truth is like gold. For us, truth is supposed to be a verb, not a noun. And because of this, the truth is often not in us. They took us off the gold standard a long time ago. On our money, it says, in God we trust, but somewhere along the line, we stopped believing that. Has it occurred to anyone that in our time, the monetary system is a metaphor for truth? We hear about the RV, the reevaluation, but like the emergency alert, what would that really look like or sound like? In the Bible, God spoke to the Hebrew people in a context they could relate to. He spoke to them in the context of the law and the idea of having a nation and a strong king. But in our time, we have the context of money. It's our entire existence. We've been almost completely monetized and we've been almost completely bankrupted in the process. I'm hearing the effects of this current situation will broaden. And that makes sense because it's always the people at the bottom who bear the burden of loss, not the people at the top. The trickle down theory was maligned because they didn't want any wealth to trickle down to us. But when there's a loss, they just can't dump it on us fast enough. In church, we can sometimes hear if we listen closely that we were created in God's image, but it often doesn't feel that way. We actually hear the opposite message in culture today that we're the deplorables. And during the pandemic, we heard that if we breathed on someone we loved, we would kill them. And that's actually no one's place to tell us that. The government rests on the shoulders of God, not the other way around. They stepped into a place they had no right to be. It's like when we're in a classroom with everyone raising their hands for the wrong answer. We find out later that it was a test for one person, and we were that one person. In the last 2 weeks, I've noticed people reaching out to each other. I've described this as people reaching out to anyone they may have known that they suspected might have actually been a real person. For some reason, now it seems like the right time to be doing this. It's estimated that only 1% of the people in the United States are truly free. Christ is the body in the world, and we just need a couple more people to be the body. If you know someone you suspect is a real person, then reach out to that person and be the body at this time before the light is extinguished in the world. Last Saturday, we talked about conspiracy theory. Jim Downs offered the definition of conspiracy as explained in its Latin roots, the word con and spire, literally to breathe, spire, and con, meaning together. We're supposed to breathe together and conspire together as one. Imagine that. We try to do that each Saturday morning, literally breathing together. In the story of the Bible, Peter only denies Christ 3 times, but somehow we're being asked to deny Christ continually and with compounding interest. To deny God with our every breath, that's what we seem to be doing in today's world. And as we head into the financial collapse, we can see, we can all see where we're heavily invested. If you're aware and know others who seem to be, please reach out to them at this time. We're planning some in-person gatherings soon, coming up on Saturday, April 1st at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the uptown area of Chicago. And the Springfield group is looking at having a gathering in the Springfield area in June. Plus, we have the assembly meetings, which gather each month. And we continue to connect with other groups just like ours all around the state. We're we're not alone, and we don't need an emergency alert to let us know that, because we have each other, and with God's help, we will we'll find our way. If you would like to join us on a Saturday call, the Saturday call is every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.